So hip hop turned 50 last year. And as a fan of hip hop and as a rapper myself, I wanted to take the moment to salute all the great legends that ever did it, all the great pioneers, legends that paved the way for this genre. Now that that's been said, I feel like it's only due out of respect that I share with you guys. This is just my opinion. The top verse, the best verse I ever heard in hip hop music. I got my phone here. I'm gonna be breaking it down one after the other, right? So this is the top verse. According to my way of understanding lyrics and bars, this is the best verse ever in the hip hop history. Okay? All right, let's go. Number 10, best verse in hip hop is the Ludacris verse in a song called Welcome to Atlanta. When I first heard that verse, I was like, oh my God, this is the best verse ever. Ludacris killed that verse. Cadence, the punchline, the metaphor, that was the best verse I've heard. You don't know? Go check it out. Fortunately, I can't play the music because of copyright issue. You know what it is. All right. Number 9 is Kanye West on a song called American Boy, featuring Estelle, a girl from the UK. That was one of the best verses in hip hop. I know people who put Kanye West as the best lyricist, but in terms of culture, that verse really changed the game. Kanye West on American Boy. Number 8, I have to go with Bad Boy for Life, a verse by Black Rob and Corey. Bad Boys for Life is a Diddy song. Dun, 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 dun. That song, the first verse on that song, it was a verse by Black Rob. I'm a definition now. That verse was one of the best verses in hip hop. Black Rob and Corey in that song, those were the best verse I've heard in hip hop for a long time. Those are the verses that I listen to that changed the way I write and the way I listen to music. Number 7, Biggie. It was all a dream. That verse is like almost like a fairy tale. The Biggie verse in a song called "It Was All a Dream." It was all a dream. I used to read in the magazine. So that verse, that's my best verse in hip hop. Number 6, the best verse in hip hop is by a guy called Duet Santana in the song called Hey Man, Hey Man, Hey Man. We're gonna in the night. I was trying out ladies night. She think that baby's right, but I know it's life. Then what's your name and type? She look at me, what's your crazy right? I told her I don't live a crazy life. That verse, the storytelling on that song killed it, killed it. That was a song by I think Cameron and featuring U.S. Santana called Hey Man. That was the best verse I've heard in hip hop. Right? Number 5, Jay-Z. God did. See, I've been listening to Jay-Z for a long time. I never heard a good verse from Jay-Z. Jay-Z has always been those rappers like, I don't know, he's never had one of those burst verse you can like recite and go crazy like, wow, the metaphor. But in the one he did with DJ Khaled on a song called God Did, I think that verse was about how many bars long. Jay-Z killed that, you know. The God Did, Jay-Z, that's the best verse in hip hop history. Number 4, Nas, the last verse on the song by Nas called I Know I Can, when he started rapping about Egyptians and black history and the metaphors, the cadence, and the way he was flipping words. I can, Nas, that changed hip hop history. That's the best verse in hip hop history. Number 3, best verse in hip hop, Tupac, verse on the song called The Thug Mash. Damn, that verse gives me chill every time I listen to it. As a hip hop student, as a hip hop fan, I fell in love with hip hop. When I heard verse in Thug Martian, that was one of the best moments in hip hop history. On number 2, best verse in hip hop, the Scarface verse on the song called Smile featuring Tupac. That verse was the best verse ever in the rap history. One of the best verse ever. Scarface's voice was just so powerful that even the punchline, the word, the metaphor, everything just makes sense. Scarface's voice killed it. Best verse in the history of rap. So to the number one, the best verse. I got so many number ones, but I have to put this in there. Nas verse on Black Republican featuring Jay-Z. I feel it like Black being the thing. That's Nas verse. Killed it. Killed it. So that's my top 10 best verse in hip hop music. Check out my YouTube page. Check out my Strategy Go Name. If you like this merchandise, find it. All right. The link above. All right. I became a man.